Today, I'm going to show you the easiest way to parallel park.
What makes this easiest?
Because you only need to perform 3 easy steps and finding 3 simple markers.
The typical parallel parking maneuver is approximately an S shape. We're going to divide this S shape into 3 parts or steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Obviously, you do not want to collide with the car in front of you or behind you while you're parking. Many instructions or instructors will concentrate on telling you to be aware of where the 4 wheels of your vehicle are. However, one of the problems with this approach is that it's hard to be aware when you're sitting in the driver's seat to be aware of where those 4 wheels are at all times. Therefore, we're going to mark reference points that you can see and draw the pathway between these reference points. Here's a basic illustration that shows you the car in front of you, shows you your car, and shows you the car behind you. Here are the reference points. Point A, point B, point C. A, of course, is the point for the car in front of you that you do not want to collide with. B and C are the points in the car behind you that you will want to be lining up with. There are 3 steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, red. There are 3 markers, A, B, and C, blue, and 3 moves in green, 1, 2, and 3. For each step, before you execute the move, you need to find the marker in blue. So for step 1, marker A is your initial point. So after you find marker A, then you put the car in reverse, and as you are reversing, you steer all the way to the right, following this pathway. You look for marker B. When you find marker B, stop. Okay, you are now in step 2. You found marker B, straighten up your wheels, steer straight back, following this pathway. When you find marker C, stop, and then steer your wheels all the way to the left. Then continue reversing until you slide into position. Now we're going to show you in detail how to find marks A, B, and C. This diagram shows your initial condition. Your car on the left here is lined up with the car that will be in the front of you. This is mark A on the left rear of the car in front. Okay, we have also put an A on the right rear of your vehicle to show you how they should line up at the start. And then, while reversing, you are going to steer all the way to the right and start the first part of the S curve. And as you do that, you will be looking for mark B, looking through your rear windshield until you can see mark B on the car in back. Okay, so mark B is the front right-hand side of the car behind you. When you see mark B through your rear windshield, you straighten up your wheels and go straight back. As you are doing this straight back maneuver, you are starting to look for mark C. Mark C is on the front left of the car that will be behind you. You can look for mark C either by rolling down your window and looking out the window over your left shoulder, possibly by looking in the left mirror. When you locate this mark, you stop and start to steer your vehicle all the way to the left. Make sure at the same time that you do look and see that you have cleared the car in front. At that point, these 2 C's, the one you see on the car behind you and the left rear of your vehicle, should be aligned. So again, just to repeat, there are 3 steps, and in each of these steps, you first find a marker and then do the move. 3 moves, 1, 2, 3. In the following video, we're going to show you this in actual practice several times, reinforce what you've learned here so that you will never forget.
The first step, you start with a parallel 1 or 2 feet away and then align the letter A position here. The A is the rear axle. Here's the rear bumper of your front car. Step 1, you align A, and you turn all the way to the right.
And so we're already set up and aligned, as you've seen from the outside. And now I'm going to turn the steering wheel all the way to the right until the center of my back windshield is aligned with this corner of the car that I do not want to back into. Okay. So I'm going to turn my steering wheel all the way to the right and align up the center of the back windshield with the corner of the car behind me. From there, I'm going to reverse straight back until my back wheels are close to the curb. I'm going to back up until I can see the left side of the car behind me. I am going to reverse straight until we meet point C.
Find marker C.
Front bumper clears the back bumper of the car in front of me. I'm going to turn all the way to the left and slide back into the parking space. Voila! All done.
Find marker A and steer all the way to the right.
And align up the center of the back windshield with the corner of the car behind me. From there, I'm going to reverse straight back.
Find marker C and turn all the way to the left.
We are going to explain to you the reason why we have different mark A, B, C. I hope if I explain this to you, you'll never forget. See, the A is the rear axle. Most car is the front steering. Front wheel will turn, so the rear wheels are fixed. So if I align the A like here, when it turns, it guarantees the two cars will never collide.
If you miss mark B and cut too hard to the right, you may hit the curb. Get too close, you'll hit the curb. Not enough room to straighten those wheels out. On the other hand, if you don't properly sight mark B, don't turn far enough, you will be too far away from the curb.
So you have to move into this region. When you turn your head and you see your car is landing in this region. So you have to sit your rear into the target location. So that's the marker C you need to look for. If you follow the exact instruction, it guarantees you'll work. Because this is a simple mathematical problem. This is the only way, there's no other alternative. If you mess up in the middle, you forgot the instruction, the best way is go back to the original position and repeat the process again. It will save you more time doing that way than adjusting your car left and right.
So tell me, Dr. Zhang, why have we been working on this video for over a year?
Because it's not just me. Most people's presentation of the parallel parking, people could understand for one time, but they will never remember. So I'm trying to come up a way to present it so you never forget.
Do you think you've achieved that now?
I hopeful I overdone this for 4 times. Spent hours filming, editing, planning. You can see a lot of them in not the same month and different shade. Please leave your comments below. Let me know how I did with it. That's not all. I plan to have a video called Advanced Parallel Parking because the current one is only one shot. One shot you move into the place. What if the space is tighter than you wish? The next video will discuss how you can move into a tighter space.
Don't seem to have enough space to back in.
Yeah, that's a very good question. The question is, what's the distance? If you have a distance the twice of the length of the car, you can just move forward in. What we describe is the reverse one, roughly 1.5 in length.